Hi everyone, I'm Vicky StitchNButton. I'm StitchNButton here on YouTube. I am QNVIKKI on Instagram or StitchNButton Crafts on Instagram. I recently opened that up to put my stuff out there from Etsy, or the stuff I don't want to put on Etsy, just put on Instagram and hope for the best, maybe. If you are returning, nice to see you back. If you're new, welcome. Hopefully you'll subscribe. First thing I guess I should talk about is anybody that's watched me before might notice that I have a lot less hair. If you follow me on Instagram, or if you don't, you can go check it out on Instagram. I actually had 10 inches cut off. About, I think we estimated about 10 inches. It looked like I left a whole wig of hair back there. It was down to the middle of my back. I was tired of it, and I decided to get it chopped off. Usually I'll get it all about this length, but this time she did it shorter in the back. She was like, she asked me if I wanted. I was like, whatever you think. So here I am. Feels great. It's like a weight loss plan. 10 pounds off right there. Look at that. I am trying to make my videos every 2 weeks now. So 2 weeks ago I made a video. 2 in a row. This is doing good so far. I am going to talk about my works in progress. I only have one finished this time. I had a few more last time because I was really working on that cross stitch throwdown. Hashtag cross stitch throwdown if you want to see what I've done. Let's see. Okay, since I only have one finish, I will go ahead and show you that one little finish. I still have to put the backing on it and a magnet I'm going to put in my fridge. This kit, I made a trade with Christine from Stitch All the Things, and I know a lot of people are like, Vicky and cows. Yes, I went to Milton Hershey School, and we actually took care of cows back then. I think the year after my graduating class, actually closed the barns and sold it off, but I didn't have milkers. A lot of the student homes did, but we had heifers, and I still have affinity for cows, and I thought this was just too cute. I think I did it in 2 nights because I started it late and then just finished it up the next day. This was really cute. It's a Mill Hill kit. It is called Country Barn Magnet Kit, Country Magnet Kits. That's the kit. As a matter of fact, I think I'll give away the pattern and remnants of these 2 Mill Hill kits, and I'll tell you how at the end of the show, just to get them off my table and out of my way. So that was my only finish this time, but I started doing not so much arbitrary August, but I like the idea of using that wheel that they have. I know some of them are called Tiny Decisions. I think mine's called Decision Maker. I have an iPhone. If you just put in Decision Maker or Tiny Decisions into the search, you will see a few that you can download. I went with Decision Maker and put in I think I'm down to, let me see. That was finished number 11, that Country Barn. So I have 14 left to do of my 25 in the challenge. So I'm down to 14 that I put on there. I just put my challenge pieces on there so I can get them done, get them worked on. Figure a stitch is a stitch, right? So I used that, and that was kind of fun. And there was a couple of days where I just was like, well, this is out. I'm going to work on it. So that's arbitrary also. But I haven't been using the hashtag. I know Bendy and a whole bunch of others are doing that. I have some new stuff also. So let me go with my whips, and then I'll show you what I got. I didn't get much done on this. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about dropping one. And I'm just not enjoying it. And why stitch what you don't like? That would be this one here. And it's called America. And I'm just not digging the 1/1 on here. Maybe I'm just not a 1/1 person, but I'm just not feeling it. It says America. I did 1/1 on this because I wanted to use that color thread and I only had one skein, and I knew if I did 2/2 I wouldn't have enough. So I did 1/1. I'm not crazy about it. I did work on it a little bit. I think I did like 10 stitches on it when it came up, but I don't know. I think I might end up dropping that and I'll just add another whip in for my challenge if I do that. The other one that I worked on a little bit was called Liberty, and these are both by M Designs, by the way, and no, I don't have the original patterns. One's from a magazine, and the other one, I made a working copy of it and put it as a kit years and years ago, and I can't find the original for this anymore. I don't know why. I don't know where it went. I've looked all over for it. But the other one is in a magazine. This Liberty is in I want to say it's a Just Cross Stitch magazine from 2010, July, August, it says at the bottom. Let me just see if I can confirm. Yes, it's Just Cross Stitch magazine. And it's called Liberty, and it's one of the tree patterns that she had out back then. I did the Christmas one. That one's still sitting ironed. Well, it's not technically sitting, it's hanging ironed. It's waiting for me to put buttons and accoutrements on it. And then I did Halloween, which is hanging up. I had that framed. So this is what I have on Liberty. I think when I worked on it this time, I ended up having to frog some over here. So I frogged it and I fixed it and then added the rest of this letter and started over here. So I got a little bit done. It wasn't too bad. I'm just not into the trees the way I was back then. You know how your tastes change. But I still like this one, so I'm going to stick it. It's going to get done. I like the fabric. I like, forget the fabric I'm using. I don't know that I wrote it down. But I am using Vicky Clayton Silks as far as the threads. And it's called Fugue Blue. It's really bright blue. It's coming up pretty good. No, I didn't write down what fabric. It's probably, I want to say it's probably one of the old Silk Weaver, because it's how long ago I started this. That's why I took on that challenge, because I wanted to try to get rid of some of my really old kits and whips and stuff like that. So that's one. Let me turn on this light over here. I don't know if that'll help or not. So here I am. Alright, another one that ended up coming up, and these are in no particular order. They're in an order that I grabbed them and piled them on top of each other. Olivia Ochre came up. She actually came up twice. The first time I wasn't really in a stitchy mood, or maybe I just didn't feel like stitching on her. I don't know. Who knows why. But I only did a couple of leaves. The second time, I think all the lettering was done already. And the second time, I did all these leaves down here. First time, I only did the little leaves. So I did all this down there the second time. What I did notice, though, is I'm off by a half stitch because it's 2/2. And I must have, when I counted coming from here to there or something, counted off by a half stitch. If you can't fix it, feature it. It'll be fine. I'm not taking it out. This is done on 36 count. I want to say it's 36 count. If not, it's 32. Call me a liar. This is Kale from, and it's like a light green. It's almost coming up. It's a real light green. It's called Kale. This is from Vicky Clayton. And that needle minder is from Mad for Minders. The other needle minder was actually an exclusive for the Caboodle group that I belong to, the Whole Stitch Caboodle that I made. Was that the one? It was a star, wasn't it? No, that wasn't the one I made for this. That one I made exclusively for the Perm Stitcher Society retreat a couple of years ago. I just remembered. Anyway, so that's her. I do like her. And I love the Silver Creek samplers. The other one went really quick. I don't know why I can't get into the groove of just stitching her up when she comes up, but she'll get done. And this is in my bag that I made. A Doctor Who, my sonic screwdriver. Next one, I ended up stitching a bit on Let's Do Coffee. I have the chart over there, but I have a copy of the picture of what it's going to look like. That is Ursula Michael through Imaginating. And this one I am also doing on some Vicky Clayton fabric and using Vicky Clayton silks. And here's how far I got. Now, I was doing really good, and then I stopped and I had to start frogging. And the reason why I had to start frogging is when I first started, I was doing 2/2 and it was going well. And when I went and picked it up again, when it got pulled up on the wheel, I ended up doing 1/2. So, if you can't fix it, feature it, right? My motto. In here is all 2/2. Half of this is 1/2. All this is 1/2, along with the back stitching. I'm going to put this behind there. Okay, let me get this off the dog's foot. Anyway, this is all 1/2. The back stitching's with one strand, and I'm just going to take out the 1/2 in here, and I'll make sure to do all this 2/2, but I am not taking all that out. It's all separate. Even on the back, you can see I stopped and started. I did pin stitch and everything, so it'll be fine. I think it looks fine. It's enough coverage. It's good. I'll just fix this part. So that's where I've gotten with that. I did flub it, but it's good enough. Oh my God, that just flew. Oh, and this needle minder, I don't know if I have any of these left in my shop. I might have one. I don't know. I'll have to get that thread later. This bag is from my friend Connie. I sent her the fabric and she made me a bag, and she even sort of quilted it with the word coffee along. She did it by sewing machine. It was impressive. I put that there. Okay. Next, I worked a little bit on Neighbor Ray, and I think he came up in the rotation. Either that and or I just decided to work on him some. So I stitched up, what I finished was the lighter marks here, the cup, some of this border, and I think that's all I did. Oh, and I started the white. And finished right over here. There was a little part of the sweater, so I didn't do too bad on that rotation. And this is what he's going to look like. This one is by the Trilogy. And I have spoons to put on there. I have a spoon. Although I think my spoon's a little bit bigger. Figure it out later. My allergies are starting to act up again. I sneezed half the night last night. Couldn't sleep right. Alright. Poe came up a few times. That was a repeat a couple of times. He is not looking too bad. I finished the E, did the R, and, or did I? No, I finished the R, started the M, and then I started more hair over here, and I finished all the gray, I'm not giving you the finger, I finished all the grays around the eyes, so the eyes are done. I don't know why it's run system, maybe because it's all black, lots of black. And this is a Vicky Clayton, Vicky Clayton fabric also on 36 count. I know a lot of people have said they love the color of the fabric, so do I. Unfortunately, she doesn't do fabric anymore. So this chart, I only have the chart, I don't have the picture, is from Witchy Stitch. She is on Etsy, you could check her out. And she might be the Witchy Stitcher on Instagram. This bag is too cute. My mom gave it to me. It's from Avon years ago. That's part of the EAP sale that I'm just behind on it. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. And I'm not gonna stop and start my videos because I had problems with that before and ended up with 3 videos I couldn't match together. So please hold. Anyway, so my next one came up, and it was Cardinal Winter by Little House. I think this is adorable. I didn't want to do it on the brown, so I chose a different fabric. I wanted to look like a daytime winter scene, and I think I did pretty good. I think this is might be 2 sittings worth, if I'm not mistaken. I am not using all the called for. I'm using DMC, and I'm using, it's for Crescent Colors, and I'm using some other stuff. I have a Weeks Dye Works and another one that I had in my stash. But that's how far I got on that. I think these 2 little birds just need their little beaks put in. But I'm having fun with that. That needle minder I made with a charm that my friend Gina gave me. And this bag I made with one of the panels that my uncle prints, and some Christmas fabric. It looks like Victorian postcards. I'm loving it. And I made that little stocking. The zipper pull. Runny nose now. Great. Alright, moving right along. Alright. The next one I'm doing, or worked on doing, stitching, all the things, is called Night Wizard. Now, it's a freebie, and it came from the Nashville 2004 sample chart. So, this is an older one. I did the other 3, it's by Dragon Dreams, and I did the other 3 by Dragon Dreams that sort of go with it. It's almost like a series. There's 2 pixies or sorceresses. Anyway, they've got wings. They're like fairies, I guess. Words. Anyway, I did the 2 fairies, and then I did the 1 wizard, and this is the last wizard. And it's basically him with a little dragon over his shoulder, sitting in a chair, reading a book by candlelight with a little moon. All of these are on the same fabric. Couldn't tell you what it is. It's a linen. It's not an even weave. It's the kind you stitch on. But they're all on the same fabric, so they sort of match. And look it sideways. I finished all this dark purple. There was only a couple of stitches of dark purple, and I finished all that. And this bag I made, excuse me, I don't have any more of this fabric. I'm going to see if I can get some more. I do have more of the cow fabric, so I'll try to get more of this. But I was able to make 2 bags, and I sold the other bag, and I kept this one for myself. This is me. She's got a little attitude. And I made this tractor pull. It's a tractor pull. Alright, give me a minute. I'm going to go take care of this. Is it ruder to walk away from the video or blow your nose in the video? Let me know. Anyway. Okay, I feel better. I should stop choking for a little bit. This one, the next one I worked on was Frankenboo. These are adorable. It's part of the photo booth series. I already did the snowmen. And I have the New Year one. And I started this. Now, can't fix it, feature it. I started it and I wasn't paying attention. And I started in the center. And I was supposed to just go down one box and I went down. And I did the rest. So, this comes with the fabric. It doesn't come with the threads. It does come with the buttons. Just like 4 little plastic buttons. But, it'll fit. It'll be alright. At least it's not Michelle Bendy this way. And so far I just got the shirt and the outlines done. And I haven't really stitched in the past 2 days. I've been sewing. I'll show you what I was doing. But I've been sewing a lot. This one, I think I'm using some of the called for. Some of them I'm using gassed. Whatever works. If I'm not mistaken. And, oh, it's warm in here. I want to turn on the fan, but it keeps blowing my hair in my face when I do that, so keep it off for the video. We'll see how bad I sweat. I'm sure the dog's waiting for the fan to be turned back on, too. He's laying at my feet. So that's Frankenboo. Anything's a project bag. This was a cosmetic bag. Works as a project bag. Those are the ones I worked on. And what I finished. So, now to go on to what's new. What have I gotten? Not much. But I did get some really cool things. A couple of things I got. One thing is my friend Gina. We have an inside joke. She sent me this needle minder. And I can't remember who it's from. I don't know where the packaging went. I didn't even use it yet. I don't know who it's from. Sorry. It's actually made from a Scrabble tile. I don't think it's made for minders. It's somebody else. I don't know. Anyway, Gina can tell you in the comments below. But I love that. I also took advantage of the sale Michelle Bendy had talked about. Kathy Barrick is getting rid of her, well, she's retiring some charts. And while I don't like everything she does, I do like some of them. One of the things I chose was this one. And it's called Liberty Bell. And I like the patriotic, plus it's Liberty Bell, that's Philly. And I paid an extra $1 to get the nickel that has a drilled hole, because I don't feel like drilling a hole in a nickel. And I'm going to change the colors. I'm not crazy about these colors. I'm going to make them more patriotic colors, I guess. This, I don't know. Probably, I'll probably use Victoria Motto threads. I also bought Stitching Girls. Thought that was absolutely adorable. I think it's screaming for charms or something after I finish stitching it. But love that. Those are the two that I bought. Like I said, it wasn't much. And then in talking with Linda Jo, Pretty Southern, we're talking about project bags, and we decided we were going to swap project bags. So I sent her one. She got the popsicle one that everybody on Instagram was going crazy about. And she had picked that one. And then I chose, well, she asked me why, and I told her maybe Halloween theme or something. And then she showed me this one. It's watermelon. And on the inside, it's watermelon. And it came with this zipper pull. matches the colors of it. It's like a plastic bag. But with this, I decided I was gonna make a zipper pull from watermelon. So I went and I ordered watermelon charms, and I figured in for a penny and for a pound. I also ordered some watermelons to make into needle minders, so I will have those in the shop after I have mine and Linda Jo has hers. I'll have a few left over. And since this is fruity and grapes won for the next pillow I'm going to start, I kitted up grapes. I think I have all but like 2 colors. I ticked off all the colors. I have all but 1 color that I have to go by. Not bad. So, grapes is in here, all kitted up in my watermelon bag. Love that bag. Alright, next. What is new? What is new? I've been sewing for the past couple of days. I made bags, and I know I put those up on my Instagram. And I can't remember which account. I might have put it on both. I'm not sure. Here's the bags I have left over if you're interested. I have this accessory bag. It's got the zipper pull with the scissors. Here's the inside. And it's got 2 pockets. And a strap. This, I wrote down the dimensions. It's 10 inches wide, 6 inches high. The 8-inch strap. The bottom has a 4-inch base, so it expands. And that's it on that one. This is definitely on my StitchNButton Crafts account. If you're interested, you can go there and say me please, or contact me. You can comment here or message me. This bag is also available. This is Betty Boop. I didn't have any Betty Boop charms or lips. I wish I had lips. Anyway, so I used a heart, because why not? And here's the back. I have a Betty Boop tattoo. I might have to keep that one for myself. I could always make another, right? And then I have this nautical scene. It's dark blue. This would be good for a male stitcher too if they're interested, because it's not all frilly. There's an anchor for a zipper pull. And these anchors in here are actually sort of silver metallic. And I don't know if that shows, because they sort of look white, but they're a silver metallic. And then I have Wonder Woman left. I didn't have a Wonder Woman charm, so I went with the heart, the flag heart. It says made in the USA, although she's not technically made in the USA now, is she? Close enough. So that's the inside fabric. And there she is in all her glory. She's very happy. And then I started making orp bags, and these are, hopefully I'll get off of here when I'm done and get on my Etsy and get these up on my Etsy account. I made these little cloth orp bags, and this one and this one are just opposites of each other. So we've got stars, like 4th of July, and polka dots, and we have polka dots and stars. This one has little red buttons with blue threads tied on. This one has little seed beads. I made little bunches of seed beads. I did that on each side. So I have 2 of this one, 2 of this one that'll go up. Then I have this one. This one has the sewing bag, the sewing fabric. And I had these cute buttons I put on there. And these fold up real easy. You fold it up like that, flat. And then you just flatten the bottom again. But it's got a sewing machine, a thimble, and seam rippers. And this, I don't know if anybody remembers, but this is a rotary. And you just put a piece of paper down and run over the fabric and it'll make a dotted line for you to cut. I haven't used one of those in forever. I don't even know if you can still get the paper. And then here's another little one, same fabric except for it's plain gray instead of polka dots. This one's got a needle and thread. It's got scissors and then a spool of thread. Same fabric. Those will be up. And then I have 2 Doctor Who's. I got a special order for a Doctor Who, so I made 3 of them technically. And I put these wood stars on there. There's I'm pretty sure that's Peter Capaldi. And I'm not sure what kind of creature that one is. Anyway. There's some more. Doctor Who. So these 2 will also be up on my Etsy. And with all the bags being sold, not everybody that makes a bag makes a special zipper pull for it. So I started making zipper pulls and I put a whole bunch on my StitchNButton craft Instagram. Now, the reason why, I don't know if I said it in the last one, but the reason why it's StitchNButton Crafts is because StitchNButton was taken, and when I looked, the woman has not used her account in like 3 to 5 years, and it's like leather goods of some sort, which sort of ticks me off because she could have chose a better name for whatever she's doing. She's not even using it anymore. A couple of them that I have not put up yet are, here I've got, it's like sort of a purpley pink and a dragon. I figure I might as well make zipper pulls. You might need them for the bags that you're buying. And I could take special requests. I can match up stuff. I've done it. This one I thought was pretty cool. This is like a blood red. Look, it reminds me of blood drops with vampire teeth. And I just grabbed a couple of them. These ones, like I said, are not on there yet, but there's a whole bunch of others. And here's a spider. And then in the shop, I added some needle minders. These ones just came in, I believe, yesterday or the day before. I've only got 2 of these left. I sold one already. I had only gotten 3, and I've got 2 of these narwhals left. They're enamel. I'm not sure if sticking together, if I showed this one or not. I might have the last time, but I've got the rainbow unicorn. That one's made out of plastic. They're lightweight. And then this week I added Eeyore. And a Haunted Mansion, Haunted Castle. And Superman. And this chocolate chip cookie. I like 1 chocolate chip cookies now. So that is about it, I do believe. I'm good. Sorry about all the coughing and having to go blow my nose, but life happens. And my allergies, about every 6 weeks it happens to me. If you have any questions or comments, leave it below. I'd be happy to answer. Or message me on Instagram. I'd love it if you'd subscribed and shared for others to enjoy. And I hope everybody has a great stitchy day. And remember, don't let anybody steal your sunshine.